So I was asked today to do a explanation on the FCR and the C-scope, because it's kind of hard to follow when I'm just clicking on stuff, and which is totally legit. So right now I'm in the mission editor, and here's our Apache, and it's got nothing on top. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here, right click, go to pods, and we want to add our FCR right here. Okay, and the next thing we're going to want to do is we need to load up with the HELLLFIRE L variant. So let's go ahead and do that. The K's, no. Oh, we'll just do it manually. Let's put rockets on the outside. And let's slap the L variant HELLLFIRE. 4 L variant HELLLFIREs. And air-to-ground missiles. 4X L variants right there. And we'll add a fuel tank just because. Okay. So we'll exit out there. We're all set up. Good to go. We're here at the Nevada map at Nellis. And right over here we got some random trucks and stuff to go practice on, and I'll explain how to do this. So let's go ahead and load it up. And some of the aircraft I practice here on. Let's see, which one was it? Rotary 4 was the one we put it on. So if you notice, we got this little bar across the bottom. If you ever want to get rid of it, it is Control YY. So hold on, Control press right twice, and it's gone. Alright, while everything's loading up, I'm going to go and go over some of the controls that we need to look at. Okay, so let's see. Controls that we're going to be using. For the FCR, let's see, we're going to want to map the Site Select Switch FCR left. We're going to want to select Scan Switch Single Center and Scan Switch Continuous Center. So I have them mapped out to my HOTAS here. You can see. Oh, real quick, I don't know, maybe you know this, but mapping stuff is pretty easy. So let's clear this real quick. So if you want to map a command like this, you would just double click in this spot, hit the button on your HOTAS, boom. There it is. Now, if this is mapped to something else, it's going to tell you down here. So then you go ahead and say OK, and there you are. It's mapped. Okay. Next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to do cursor control left, cursor control right, cursor control up, cursor control down. And you're going to want also to put in the cursor enter depress. So again, Site Select Switch FCR, FCR Scan Switch Single Center, and then the Continuous Center. And then you want to be able to slew with the left, right, up, and down for the cursor controller and the D press. And of course, the big thing, we're going to want weapons, trigger, switch, second detent. This is going to launch off your Hellfires. Also, if you don't have it mapped, a good thing to map up would be weapons acquisition switch right, left, and up. I have my Hellfire set to up. I have my gun set to up. I have my Hellfire set to right, and my rockets set to left. Okay, that should get us going. Okay. So, first thing we're going to want to do is go ahead and you hit FCR, and if you'll notice right now it's saying not powered. So once you hit the FCR, you're going to want to hit utility right here, util, and once that's done, you're going to want to come down here to this OSB and click it once, and it's going to go switch over, and now it's going to give it's going to warm up. It takes about a minute to run, something like that, and go ahead and you can just hit FCR, wait for it to boot up. We'll go ahead and just arm up everything right now. So let's take this off, force a habit, turn on that, and I think we're good to go. Oh, just in case you're wondering, I use track IR for my head movement. There's other ones out there. People have used all kinds of different things. This is the one I like. So I'm going to get in the air. Once we get up there, I'm going to go ahead and use the active pause so we can take our time and go over this. So once this is up, what you're going to do is you're going to want to, I'll show you really quick here, adjust controls. You're going to want to press sight select switch left, okay? So that's up, and now we're going to do the sight select continuous. You see right now it's scanning. Alright, let's go get it. Excuse my stuttering, excuse my stumbling. I usually just don't even talk on vids, but sometimes it's necessary. Alright. Centered that back up. Aha! We have got some targets. Alright, so what I did there before is I pressed forward again and it centered up the targeting. And now we have this. Now, to get to zoom in and pick your individual targets, you can't use continuous. Right now, if you just know, like, everything there needs to die, you can go ahead and just pause up your Hellfire and let loose, and it's going to hit the target. But, for example, if you want to see what, pick what targets you want to get, you're going to have to go down to the single scan. Now that it's done, from here you can go ahead and hit C-scope, and if you look, you see a bunch of targets out there, and if you go ahead and you'll see the zoom, hit zoom, Now you're going to see this white box. This is where we have adjust controls. The cursor control left, right, up, and all that's going to come into handy right here. So let's go ahead and move it right over the target, and then we're going to use the cursor depress that we spoke about earlier. Boom. Now we got a zoomed up target area, and you can go ahead. Now each of these is a symbol. The round ones I think are just vehicles, radar, all this other stuff. There's symbols for tracked vehicles and anti-air and all that, but I forgot what it was, so I'm sorry. So let's just say, okay, we want to get this truck. You see the little white inside that cursor? As soon as it disappears, you can hit the enter button, depress button. Now that's the target right there. Go ahead, press the fire button, and you can see it automatically picked the next target right here. Say, yo, I don't want that one. I want to get this one right here. Then this one right here. And all I'm doing is use the cursor move, depress the select target, and weapon D10 trigger. And I believe the X's mean those are the destroyed targets. Okay, let's try this. So I believe if he wants to gun up with the FCR, the gun is going to zoom in on the target. So let's go ahead and check this out here. So if I point down here, nothing's happening because it's not pointing where I'm looking. So here's our, and I'll keep my crosshair off of it, but I bet you it'll still work. Let's see if I'm on range. Hitting that area, you can see where the shots were hitting right there. Alright, so bank around. Is it at? There it is right there. See? It is. So, okay. That works. So, okay. Rockets. There's the rocket. Let's get it tagged up. Boom. So then if you went ahead and you switched to a new target, like say, okay, let's switch to this target, which is right out there. You can tell I'm not even aiming with the crosshairs, it's just getting it automatically. So we saw what the gun could do, linked up with the FCR. I personally don't like using the gun with the FCR. It's great for the Hellfires, but not with the gun. Because when I'm with the gun, I'm usually in close and don't really have time to be switching targets. So let's pause up the gun here. Let's go ahead and let's turn off the FCR by hitting utility again and hit FCR, and now it's going to be powered off, which means we now have control over the gun ourselves, but the C-scope is still on. So, oh, and we also have control of our range, which I want to change real quick since we're up close. Set this to 900 meters, boom, and 900 meters, okay. Alright. About the C-scope, it's telling me where everything is. It's a little wonky to get used to. That's flaming. But yeah, C-scope. C-scope is awesome. Alright then, well, I'm definitely not a pro, I'm still learning as I go, but I hope that this little bit can help. And, yeah, best thing is just make it a little easy firing range and practice. So, thanks for watching, you guys have a good night, okay?